All right, my friends, I am coming to you with some news that has really just struck me very kind of hard because my mother was a big fan and father of the Beatles, and actually, my middle name, Michelle, comes from the Beatles song Michelle My Belle. Well, I was looking through the news and I found this article and it just blew me away. Ringo says Paul died in 1966. Now, I'm going to read this article to you. It is kind of long, but hey, this is kind of like, Lee Harvey Oswald not never being where they said he was. This is major news, I would think. All right, folks. Former Beatle Ringo Starr claims the real Paul McCartney died in 1966 and was replaced by a look-alike. The former drummer of the Beatles, Ringo Starr, surprised the world this morning during an interview in his luxurious Californian residence when he admitted that the 45-year-old rumors about the alleged death of Paul McCartney in 1966 were actually true. In an exclusive interview with the Hollywood Inquirer, Mr. Starr explained that the real Paul McCartney had died in a car crash on November 9, 1966, after an argument during a Beatles recording session. To spare the public from grief, the Beatles replaced him with a man named William Shears Campbell, who was the winner of a McCartney look-alike contest and who happened to have the same kind of jovial personality as Paul. When Paul died, we all panicked, claims Ringo, obviously very emotional. We didn't know what to do, and Brian Esfian, our manager, suggested that we hire Billy Shears as a temporary solution. It was supposed to last only a week or two, but time went by and nobody seemed to notice, so we kept playing along. Billy turned out to be a pretty good musician, and he was able to perform almost better than Paul. The only problem was that he could not get along with John at all. In this picture, you can see William Shears Campbell, better known as Billy Shears, does indeed disappear from records in 1966, and traces of him can be found after Paul's alleged death. But I'm showing you these pictures of them side by side. They do look a lot alike. If this is true, this is crazy. Mr. Starr alleges that the group did send out a lot of hidden messages through the years to prepare the population for the truth. He notably says that the entire Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band album was awash with Paul is Dead clues. The Beatles had indeed officially formed a new band featuring a fictional member named Billy Shears, which happened to be the actual name of Paul's replacement. And I believe in the song I Get By With a Little Help from My Friends, maybe Billy Shears is mentioned in that. Don't quote me, but I think that's right. Anyway, we feel guilty about the deception, added Ringo Starr. We wanted to tell the world the truth, but we were afraid of the reactions it would provoke. We thought the whole planet was going to hate us for all the lies we had told, so we kept lying, but sending subtle clues to relieve our consciousness. When the first rumors finally began about the whole thing, we felt very nervous and started fighting a lot with each other. At some point, it was too much for John, and he decided to leave the band. Ringo Starr claims that he finally decided to tell the truth because he was afraid that it was going to die with him. At age 74, he is the only other surviving member of the famous band besides Paul McCartney, and he was afraid the deception would never be revealed. The rumors of Paul's death began more than 45 years ago, but had always been dismissed as nonsense by the band and its entourage. In September 1969, American college students published a series of articles in which they claimed that clues to McCartney's death could be found among the lyrics and artworks of the Beatles recordings. Clue hunting rapidly proved infectious, and within a few weeks it had become an international phenomenon. Rumors only declined after a contemporary interview with McCartney was published in Life magazine in November 1969. Neither Paul McCartney nor anyone from his entourage have commented Ringo Starr's declaration yet, but the interview has always provoked a lot of reactions from around the world. Journalists and paparazzi from around the world have surrounded the residence of the musician only minutes after the interview was broadcasted and are waiting for the star to comment the allegations. The British M5 also announced a investigation to determine if an imposter could have indeed posed for 48 years as a member of the Order of the British Empire, Sir James Paul McCartney, during official ceremonies involving Queen Elizabeth II. My folks, this is just out there. This is crazy, but I'm gonna leave you a link, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be all over and be big news. I mean, I wish my mom and dad were still alive. I think this would blow them away. They were obviously very committed fans to them to have named me after them, given my middle name, Michelle My Belle. I remember my dad singing that to me and dancing me around on his feet, so I'm a big fan of them myself. All right, folks, I guess that's all. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and I'd really like to see what your thoughts and comments are on this. So if you could please leave those, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, you guys. Bye.